Hello, this is Data Trader Pro with a nightly market wrap for May 11th. When we left you yesterday, we were here. I mentioned that we were going to have some volatility today. Everything was lining up for that. We had a 5-wave move down, a 3-wave move, corrective move back into the descending trend line resistance and also into our target box, which was roughly the 61.8% retrace of the move down. So that was a bear rally, very strong, got everyone convinced we're going to new highs, failed to break out of the 2080 level, and we turned down. This doesn't mean we can't go higher, but likely with the way techs have turned down, we're going to see probably a move down towards at least the 2000 level and maybe lower down to this box. But I'm not saying that move is going to be in a direct line. These moves never are. Everything in the market moves in waves of buying and selling. Moves aren't straight, so don't assume that we're going to 2000 tomorrow. We may, but it's generally not the path that things take. We had quite a bearish day today. We'll probably get a little pullback and then a continued down move. So that's my base case, I guess you could say. And let's move on to the site. I have some block trades to show you. We'll start off with that because I think that sort of told the tale. Yesterday we left you. There was quite a bit of what we thought were sells. At the end of the day, in decent size, a lot of them real time, and I said bullish above, bearish below, but we were leaning bearish. We thought these were sells, and they turned out to be. Price never got back there. Those were at the highs, so they sold the highs, and price just went down. So we had quite a bearish day today. All the indices were down over 1%. We got some buying action here late in the day, right at the end of the day. Also on the Qs, that was in SPY. This was on the Qs. IWM, quite a big print for IWM. Generally about 2.5, 3 million is the biggest you get on IWM at one point. Occasionally you'll see bigger, but rarely. Look at all these late sell prints. So they sold the highs. They sold them in much greater numbers than they showed at the time because these came in late. But that's your wall of resistance up there. Should we travel back up, that is the line. And IWM is 112.34 roughly. SPY is all these 501k prints, 501,000. It's very common, dark pool size. 208.50s and roughly the same on the big sell prints from yesterday, 208.46. So should we move back up on a retrace, you're looking to not exceed this, and then we should continue back down. We probably won't even get there, but we may, just in case. So let's look at the breadth. Was bearish, but not massively, not like you would see on a huge sell-off day where the market's panicking. In volatility, we'll look at this first. We're still in the sort of -2 to 1 area on NYSE and Nasdaq. Russell was a little more bearish, but the trends were all bullish to neutral, I would say. The volatility, certainly an up day in volatility. VVIX was up, confirming the move, and like I said last night, we'll probably get a move up in VXST, which will be matched. It was actually VIX was up the same percentage or more than VXST. VIX expiry is next Wednesday at open, so we've got a week left exactly now. So on VIX, so now's the time. If it's going to make a move, it'll probably make a move around now due to the way the VIX curve is positioned, so, and the relative price differences between the different futures. VXV, which is 3-month implied volatility, was also up, so confirming. Trend, it was called a neutral range day, and you could see up until this, our proprietary indicator makes a determination at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can see that's right around here, and you can see how neutral we were. Very light selling, a little pop back above into the green. You know, up until about 11, you know, before lunchtime, it got a little bit more selling on the dollar weighted and stayed there for much of the day. And then it wasn't until late in the afternoon that we made another push lower. Sometimes these down moves take a while to get going. They might take the entire day and then they start accelerating. So that's not an uncommon pattern at all. Not a huge range day today, about 17 and a half SPX points. So it was a bearish day. It wasn't a massively bearish day. I think people were looking down and expecting down as we were. So confirming the move made them more bearish than maybe the move is. I don't know. We'll see. We had a trend up day yesterday, and then we unwound it, and you'll see that on the chart. We didn't have an engulfing candle, but fairly close to it. We undid. This is a 24-hour ES chart, so we undid pretty much everything that yesterday. The rally of yesterday was pretty much entirely taken back. Certainly, the regular trading hour session was. I also mentioned on the profile that we were looking for the single prints at 63.50 from here. And you see that little single. That's your lower end of the single print with a little blue line that connects 63.50. I expected that to be hit. I said sometime, not sure tomorrow, but it did hit. And we're lower than that now. And we're down at 59.75 as we write this. So it's just going to be a very brief update for today. Not much to report other than the fact that, there was follow through. There was played out pretty much exactly as we called it. And I expect with how I wouldn't say neutral. They were bearish, but lightly bearish internals. That it doesn't preclude another move up before we see more down. So there wasn't any real serious panic. Volatility was up, but it's not flying up, and VIX futures are not flying up. So we may see another retrace up, 10, 15 points before we drop down again. So we're watching out for that. It doesn't mean that we can't drop straight down, but it seems like a down move started, but like I said in the beginning, these things don't go straight in one direction. So that's it. We'll post another video likely tomorrow, and thanks for joining.